All right. Let's do this. Good morning, Panther fans. Now, before we even get started, just gonna let you know, Kyle and I will be having a watch party stream tonight because there's multiple games that could possibly have an effect on the Panthers and how things go. So we're gonna go ahead and stream, probably starting at 7 o'clock tonight, just for just for fun and in case the miracle happens and something happens where we clinch, we want to be there to see it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be anticlimactic about that. Not after what they put me through last night, where damn if I wasn't sure they were going to pull that off. So, good morning, Stu.
Morning, bro. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Flying Fluffy Hockey, the number one Panther podcast in the world. It's time for shout-outs. So my first shout-out goes out to Rob W. Rob, thanks for the tickets, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. And want to say, Paul and Carlos and CJ had a great time with you guys. Paul, it was great meeting you. Good stuff. Yeah. Let's see who else we got here. Dana, always good seeing you. And Danielle and Katrina, subscribe to the channel when you're watching this video because I just gave you a shout out. And the ever beautiful Gabby Allen, the in-game hostess. She's a sweetheart. Okay, so anyway, getting to the game.
Yeah,
we had our chances, bro.
I know.
Lombard, 2 breakaways. Duclair.
I know.
Still can't put the freaking puck in the net. Time for him. Okay.
Well, did you see that was actually a wicked toe save?
He should not be doing that, okay?
I'm just saying.
These guys need to go in and hit the top corner or put the puck between the goalie's glove. Just do something. I mean, Duclair is so predictable. He does the same freaking move every time. Anyway.
Duke's going to get this. Duke is going to now get the playoff clinching goal.
Those are the times that you bury the puck, finish him off, blah, blah, blah. We played really good. I mean, it was playoff hockey right from the start. Toronto was looking for, a revenge game because we did it to them, and they did it to us. And, of course, the guy that does it to us is the number one Toronto Panther killer, John Tavares. Yeah, so it really makes me angry that and the only reason that happened is freaking Kachuk ran out of gas.
Yeah, he tried to call.
And Tavares sucked it up and found some extra juice in his battery. And he just, great move, great shot. All right. At least we got the point.
Well, the point makes all the difference right now. Look, we said at the start of these 3 games they had to go 2-0-1. Washington gave us a scare about the 1. We got the 1 now. So it is what it is. You got to get 2 against the Canes, unless there's still the small chance. I know people say ain't no way the Blackhawks can beat the Penguins, but this time of year, man, it gets funky. These teams with nothing to play for, they get all loosey-goosey, and you could tell the Panthers were holding the sticks pretty tight last night. But if it comes down to it, look, the other thing with tonight's games is I know this sounds strange, but we are Sabres fans against the Devils. Because if the Devils lose, and the Canes win, the Canes don't need any points against us on Thursday. So every little bit's going to help there. There's no way it was going to be any other way, bro.
We've been talking about it for the longest time that it's going to come down to that last game.
Right. Yeah.
And we're either going to finish a point ahead and in, or we're going to finish a point short. Whereas everybody's going to throw their laptop out of the window
It is what it is. There's no other way for it to have gone this year. I thought they were going to do it yesterday, though. I really did, man.
Me too. Listen, Samsonov played good.
Right.
Lyon played good. You got to go back with Lyon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I already read George's article. You already expect him. Lyon's the guy until who knows when. And I've talked about this multiple times on the podcast. Bennington and Matt Murray had zero playoff experience. They had hardly any NHL experience, and they ripped through and won cups.
Yeah.
So it can be done, and that's twice in the last 10 years. It's not like ancient history. It can totally be done because teams don't know what to do with them.
Listen, if you notice, he was stopping everything. Matthews' goal, I mean, that was a deflection.
Yeah, it was a deflection at the
and
last
I said to Paul, that's what we need. The way we're going to beat Samsonov is on a deflection or a rebound.
Well, that was one thing I was bitching about last night was at some point we had to figure out the way that we were playing was producing shots and rebounds, but nobody's in front causing a ruckus to get to the rebound. There were a dozen rebounds right there in the slot with no Panther around it. And I kept waiting for them to switch things up a little bit and get into those dirty areas. And, we had a lot of shots, but, just nobody there to put home the rebound. So, I mean, who would have thought on one hand, I think we all knew it was coming down to the last game. And on the other hand, Bob's just sitting there, right? I mean, ain't nobody was predicting Alex Lyon playing like this. So look, I'm confident. I'm confident we're still going to pull this out. I wish it wasn't the Canes.
Yeah, well, it's just fitting. It really doesn't matter at this point. I don't know what to say. I really thought they were going to win last night too.
Right.
After we tied it up. And we had plenty of chances. But like I said, earlier in the game could have gone a whole different way if Lombard scores, Duclair scores. Verhaeghe even had an opportunity.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's playoff hockey.
That's it.
Defensive mistakes.
Yeah.
The overtime, we had a chance to put it away as well. But I think, especially on that last play, the guys stayed out there too long.
And there's one thing through all of this that, man, Thursday, please, in the overtime would have helped Sam Bennett. Okay? In a game like yesterday, we need Sam Bennett. I'm a big Anton Lundell fan, but we need Sam Bennett on the ice.
Yeah, Anton Lundell, I'm sorry, is no Sam Bennett.
Not at this point.
But, I mean, again, he was in a yellow non-contact jersey yesterday, the pregame skate.
Maurice said that he was gonna have a full practice with them I think today, either today or tomorrow, whenever their next full practice is. Maurice said he was gonna do a full practice with the team.
Well, we're lucky we get an extra day off.
Yes, that's definitely going to help, especially because the Canes played yesterday, right? And then they played today. Did the Canes play yesterday?
Yeah, they
yeah.
I don't know.
Stu is struggling this morning. Let's bring it up. Is it trying to take me there?
I don't know, guys. I'm just disappointed.
Let's see. Yeah, the Canes lost to the Senators yesterday.
That's
they
correct.
play the Red Wings tonight and then they've got us on Thursday. So they're going to have us the third game in 4 days while we're resting and we're at home. I mean, there's going to be no excuses. Let's just put it that way. There's going to be no excuses. Now, no doubt it would help, okay, if the Devils lost and the Canes won today, and the Canes would be like, phew, because they've lost 3 in a row. But if they just win this one game, they clinch first place and they can take a breath. If not, they're going to come into our game having lost 4 in a row, desperate for just a point to get first place. So it matters.
I was talking to Randy, actually. I went up to the press box and Randy and I started talking. Obviously, ESPN had the game last night. And I saw the replay, when I got home.
Yeah.
Looks like ESPN had a decent announcer last night.
They did. Yeah.
I like that. I like that guy. He was exciting on the calls for both teams. That's the way it should be. We didn't have to hear that excruciating voice that we've heard before. Anyway, so when it came down to the Capitals and the Islanders, I made a point of telling Randy that, the Capitals have lost like 7 out of the last 8 games. I think maybe it was 4 in a row. I said, look, watch out for the Capitals tonight.
Right.
They want to beat the Islanders. Sure enough.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you're losing.
Right.
And you say, F it, man, I ain't losing tonight. So.
Right. And that's my hope for the Canes tonight. Not Thursday, tonight.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. There's just no way around it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I won't assume that they would rest the players. The Sabres. And the Sabres are still thinking they have a chance.
Yeah.
So that's what part of the reason why I want to live stream tonight, because there's liable to be some kind of surprise. Everybody plays tonight. We don't.
And like the Sabres do have a chance.
Yeah, no, they do. That's what I mean.
If Pittsburgh, listen, the other factor is the teams that these guys are playing, they're playing for draft position.
Right. Actually, let me clarify. It's the Devils that play the Sabres. The Hurricanes play the Red Wings tonight.
Yeah.
Right. So
the Red Wings got nothing to play for other than the Connor Bedard sweepstakes
at this point.
So I don't expect them to win, but you never know.
Right.
Again, I've said it 1,000 times. We got to take care of our own business.
I know.
And it can't go 0-0 into the third period.
Help me.
Okay, where one little F up causes a goal.
Right.
We got to take it to them and, score a quick goal.
Well, I want 5 quick goals.
That's what didn't happen last night.
I want 5 quick goals. I want to be relaxed in that second period with an 8-0 lead. Damn.
Listen, John Tavares said it himself without really saying this exactly. He said, we got outplayed.
Right.
We outplayed them for most of the game.
Most of the game. Well, look. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going back. In my mind, they're already in.
There was 26 seconds left in overtime.
I know. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. If it would have mattered. It would have mattered if we won in overtime.
No, it goes to a shootout. Then who knows?
Right. Would the shootout win have done it though?
Yeah, you still got a point.
They were saying on the stream last night that because of the tiebreaker that the shootout win wouldn't have done it.
It's points, bro.
Yeah, but there's tiebreakers at some point down the road that were without winning in regulation that we still don't have with the Islanders.
Yeah, so
because the second tiebreaker is regulation overtime wins.
That's correct. Billy pointed that out.
Right.
I was listening on the way home.
Yeah, so it gets
Islanders have the second tiebreaker, but we're still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's just a position.
No, not a guarantee. Not if Pittsburgh wins both games. So it's. I mean, if we win in regulation, we're in. That's all we need to know at this point. That's it. They need to not make it so close because we're two old men and our hearts can't take this crap no longer. Okay. I mean, I was never more nervous than after we tied the game last night as that clock wound down. You know, I'm forever scarred by 3.8 seconds, bro. Okay. I am forever scarred by that.
Well, that's kind of sort of last night was 26 seconds. You hate to lose it like that. So
why is it always gotta be Tavares? I'm telling you. I've never hated a more likable guy in my life because he ain't never done nothing wrong. It's just every time the Panthers get killed, it's freaking John Tavares.
Yeah. He's the number one Panther killer. Broke our hearts in the Islanders series.
Yes. Multiple times. Multiple times.
So, I guess I'm all right. So we're at the 16 mark of the video. So I'll have to tell Mark, if you're watching, thanks. Mark was able to get me a ticket for tomorrow.
Oh, very good.
So Thursday. So looks like I'll be sitting with him. So thanks, Mark. So I'll be there.
Thank you, brother.
I wore the away jersey again last night, guys. So I'm gonna go back to home red. I was gonna wear my Ekblad jersey, but Eric and I agreed that would not be. I want to talk about this a little bit because there's an actual two-tier justice system. Did you read George's article about Ekblad and the golfer? So apparently, this guy got Ekblad's phone number and texted him. Wow.
And apologized, and Ekblad's okay with him, was rooting for him at the golf tournament and everything. So because he's some big fancy schmancy golfer, Ekblad will talk to him and have a discussion and be like, "No, it's cool, I get it, right? That's okay, right?" But we're in that other lower tier of the justice system where we just get blocked because he's too good for us. So, yeah,
don't bother me.
Huh?
Doesn't bother me. I just wanted to light a fire under his ass because he's a better player. I mean,
he's been better.
Whatever. He's been better. Like I said, I'm not over last night.
Oh no shit! That's the first time I've lost.
It's really bothering me, and I'm worried about Thursday.
Nah,
because Dana and I have been kicking it around like this last month or so that we're going to finish 1 point short, and we're going to be crying.
I'm going to do something.
And I don't want that to happen. I'm not trying to put a jinx on things, but after the season we've had and the ups and the downs and the 6 in a row, man, I really thought we were going to win last night, but we didn't.
Right.
So now it just comes down to how much do we want it?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Look, we're going to have the rest. We might have Sam Bennett back. That would be just so beyond huge. Okay. And I want us to get in, man, because look, I mean, Alex Lyon is showing he can handle the pressure. Let's just put it that way. Okay. I mean, as you know, some people said, well, he only, was a Calder Cup. AHL is different.
Pressure hockey is pressure hockey, bro.
Right. He seems to be somebody who thrives on it, to be honest with you.
Well, he's not a 20, 21-year-old kid. He's been around a little while. This is his chance.
Yeah.
This is his chance for a decent contract.
Well, that too. And that's the other thing. I've been looking at the details of his career. And I mean, he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. I mean, he is the proverbial guy who is at the AHL level where, oh crap, both of our guys got hurt. Okay, we call up this guy for a couple of games, and no matter what he does, he's going back down. That's been his, and it's just been up and down and up and down and up and down and all over the place. He's never had an opportunity really, other than his first season, a little bit, to have a few games in a row like this. So, we can say he's going to come back down to earth, but we don't really have a good picture of what earth is for this guy either, because he's never even had an opportunity to be on a hot streak and then level off to where his normal level of play is going to be. So just ride it. Just ride it. And I mean, there's part of me that feels kind of bad for Bob, right? I mean,
it is what it is. If Bob's a good teammate and a true professional, he looks at it and he roots for this kid 110%.
Sure. And from another point of view, right now, if you're Bob, I mean, Bob's human, right? Okay, so if I'm lying right now and you're Bob, right? In the back of your mind, you really know that the only thing that you can do is come in and do worse than me, because you ain't going to come in and do better, right? So you come in, if Lions still hasn't given up 3 goals in this streak, so Bob comes in, gives up 3 goals, and we lose, and everybody's going to be like blaming it on Bob, and he could have had a decent game. There's nowhere to go. You can't improve back basically on what Lions been doing, So in that sense, Bob might be like, no, let him play. I'm you know what I mean? Because the only thing he can do is do the same thing Lions doing or screw it up.
Yeah.
So from that angle, I'm just you and Dana can do all of your stuff. I'm going to do some voodoo witchcraft behind the scenes. All right. And overdo and overwrite. I'm going to put you all in a different dimension. Okay. Where if you say we're going to be 1 point out again,
I didn't say that.
If you say it again, I'm going to do some juju where you don't even get to go to the game. And if you want to find out, if you want to F around and find out, I can pull that off.
Right.
Ask any of my exes.
I did not say that was going to happen. So listen, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, if people don't know, Calgary lost in a shootout last night.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're out of the playoffs.
Oh, boy. Okay. I don't get to make my video yet because I want to do the video slam dunking on the comments, but I got to wait for us to get into. They lost in the shootout.
Huberdeau actually scored in the shootout. But they're done.
Who'd they lose to?
Nashville. Nashville?
Was it?
Yeah, I think Nashville.
Let me look.
Anyway, I was watching the overtime. So they had Uyghur and Huberdeau on the ice. Uyghur had another point blank shot.
Nashville, yeah.
And Toffoli had a point blank shot. Soros came up with some good saves.
Oh, man.
So,
and I think they got the same number of points as us, right? Flames have 91 points, and the Panthers have 92 points. 92. Yeah. Okay, so because we've been tied with them in points for a long time. You know what I mean? Well, sorry about that, guys. But I ain't slam dunking yet because we still got business to tend to.
Yeah, like I said, it's got to be a resounding 4-2-5. It's got to be.
No, man, I want 10-0 after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's got to be domination. Just we're playing at home. I'm also pissed off that arena should have been sold out last night.
You saying it wasn't?
No.
Against Toronto, it still wasn't.
Yep. And there was a lot of Toronto fans there. But, man, that game should – and that crowd, there were times when I'm like, where's the crowd?
Yeah. Now, it's hard for us to tell on ESPN because the volume on ESPN is pretty low. That's normal. But
they even put together this video where they at the beginning of the game, they quoted Matthew Tkachuk saying, we're going home and we need the fans. And they said, you got to be loud the whole game.
Right. Well, like you said, Toronto fans. There's probably not likely to be a lot of Canes fans in the stands on Thursday, although I'm sure there'll be a few. What this is really doing is it's making me, I'm trying to put together these fan preview videos, and I can't put anything together because we don't know who's playing who or when or what. I mean, we don't know anything other than the one series. That's it.
I guarantee you there's going to be some rah-rah, sis boom boss speeches before the game from Matthew Tkachuk.
Yes.
I would love to hear that Alexander Barkov got up and be a captain. We know he's not Mr. Vocal, but
no. You know who we want in that locker room pregame?
Maybe Patrick Hornquist gets up in the middle of the room and
no. You know who we want in there?
What's that?
You know who we want in their pregame? Keith Tkachuk.
Oh, yeah.
That's who we want in there. It's Keith Tkachuk. Yeah.
So I'm going to post a tweet.
Yeah.
We need it. I'm going to put on there.
Yeah.
Keith, we need a Herb Brooks motivational speech from you in the locker room before the game.
Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah. Because, I'm not even fathoming the idea.
All right, so let's not fuck around. Sorry. Maurice, do not put Duclair on the first line, okay? It's not working. He doesn't deserve to be there. Keep it Verhaeghe and Tkachuk or Verhaeghe and Reinhart on the top line. I know Lundell and Reinhart are a good pair, but right now it's like you got to throw it all out there. You got to have your best players.
Right. Well, if we get Sam Bennett back, that's going to be a huge boost because that's
Sam Bennett at what, 80%?
Well, it frees up Luosterainen, is what it does. Because that top line with Luosterainen with Barkov was working.
I don't want Sam Bennett to get hurt. If he's hurt and he's playing hurt, I don't want some freak thing and then he's out of the play. We make the playoffs and then he's totally done for the season. So let's see what happens.
Right.
I really thought he was going to play last night. They gave all indications that he was going to play.
Right.
So he's not ready to go, obviously.
Well, maybe he is now. We got a couple more a couple more days. They said he's going to have a full practice, and then we'll see how he feels in the morning after that.
Yeah, but I was zeroing in on that. That line is, I'm sorry, Anthony. He's
struggling.
You're just ineffective. Yeah, you're struggling. That's the word.
He's struggling.
And forget about that one opportunity he had. Just the plays in the corner. And some of the defensive mistakes he's made over the last couple of games that led to goals. We need the Barkov line. We need a player on that line to complement Verhaeghe and Barkov and make things happen. So it's either Reinhart or Tkachuk, either one.
Right. Yeah.
And then you worry about the second and third line. Lundberg. Put Lundberg up there. Lundberg, this is kids. I mean, he's got such hockey IQ.
He does.
And he just knows what to do. It's unfortunate that on the breakaway, he just doesn't have Barkov or Huberdeau hands.
Right.
So forehand, backhand and put it on the top shelf.
Yeah.
He always seems to make that one move to go on his forehand. And like I said, in my opinion, these opportunities like in the shootouts, you just, go in and pick a spot and just zip it.
Right.
Because these goalies are so quick and so good with their pads.
Right.
And, 9 out of 10 times they stop a breakaway like that.
And then, the other part to it with the games that are going on tonight, it could greatly not just affect if it goes a different way, it could affect like seriously who we're playing if we make the playoffs, because it's possible that game could be where we win in regulation. That could mean the Devils winning the division on the last game, and then we would get the Devils. You see what I'm saying? Because if we get it in regulation, we're the 7th seed. So it could legit be where we win that game to avoid Carolina and we get the Devils instead. So it's just crazy.
Let's get in and worry about who we play later. That's all. Because it's a lot better to get in and then, whatever. We lose, whatever. We made the playoffs. There's never been a team that's won the President's Trophy that missed the playoffs the following year. I don't want to be that team.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. All right. Kyle and I will be live tonight. I'll have the podcast out a little bit earlier today. Sorry about yesterday. We had some technical issues. Yeah. Just maybe we'll get it done tonight. All right. I'm a big Blackhawks fan tonight. Okay. The Blackhawks owe us, right? Because if it wasn't for their dumbasses, we would still have Q. You see what I'm saying? The Blackhawks, you guys owe us one. How about that? That's the least you can do. Throw us a bone. Come on. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing, though? It would be very I remember the Panthers eliminating the Penguins 95-96 and watching Lemieux and Yager kind of just skate around just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, can't believe this is happening. It would be something to watch Crosby and Letang skating around. What the hell? We just lost to the Blackhawks and we're eliminated?
But again, the Blackhawks have nothing to play for other than draft position or the chance to win the lottery for Bedard. So, I mean, I'm not expecting anything. They lost their last game, but again, the Capitals could have done the same thing last night. Although the Capitals losing so many games in a row, they had something, they had extra motivation. We'll see. We can't rely on other teams. I've said it 1,000 times. We got to take care of our own business.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to just what we said.
Yeah.
And pretty much every video in the last 10 videos, it's going to come down to the last game.
I'm still trying to avoid that, but let me live in that reality. You can live in the other reality with Dana and missing by a point.
I didn't say that.
You did say it.
I'm saying
I'm gonna make a short out of you saying it. You said it.
I did not say we were going to do that. I was saying.
Well, now I'm going to make a short of you saying it, saying you didn't say it. You saying
no,
it.
I was saying that Dana thinks that's going to happen.
The quote was, "We've been kicking it around."
All right, so let's put it out of our proverbial minds. Let's project to the universe.
Yeah, I'm going to do some juju. Don't worry.
Panthers going to get in with 94 points.
There you go.
We're going to finish in the number 1 wild card spot.
Yes.
We're going to beat the Devils.
Yes. And the Islanders are going to get into the 8th seed, and they're going to beat the Bruins.
Then we're going to beat Tampa Bay.
Oh boy.
And then we're going to beat the Bruins.
Right.
And then we're going to face Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers, because I think they're going to win the West. I think they're going to beat Colorado.
What about you just throwing Vegas out into the dumpster?
Marchessault and Smith, man, I can't stomach.
They're still living on our mistakes, bro. Okay, they're still living on our mistakes. I mean, you can't make it up.
That's going to be the big in the West, in my opinion. Colorado and Edmonton showdown.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what's that? I mean, that division is not
Edmonton. You got McDavid, Draisaitl, and Nugent Hopkins all finished with 100 points.
Geez,
I don't know
the
what
West
McKinnon.
is
I
just
know Rantanen had 100. I don't know if McKinnon did.
right.
But you got McKinnon and Rantanen versus McDavid and Draisaitl, and it's going to come down to goalies on that one. But it's going to be fun.
The Flames got eliminated like that. They lost 2 in a row in the shoot. I think both games, the last 2 they lost was in the shootout. Yep. They lost to the Canucks in the shootout, and then they lost to the Preds in the shootout. Imagine that pain, losing 2 in a row in the shootout to get eliminated. That hurts, man. I mean, that hurts me.
I'd love to see the Sutter press conference.
I mean, 2 in a row. Imagine as a fan going through that shit. Oh.
Don't be surprised to see that they fire Sutter.
Yeah.
After the year.
Yeah. So
anyway, let's go Panthers.
Let's go Panthers. All right, guys. Kyle and I will see you later on tonight.